One of the things that I put a lot of energy into early on in my guitar playing that made a huge difference was I really doubled down on my chord knowledge. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 10 7th chord shapes that you can use to expand your rhythm playing, improve your creativity and songwriting, and ultimately become a more prolific and creative guitar player. It's coming at you next. If you're interested in getting the cheat sheet that goes along with this video, be sure to click the link in the description, fill out your email address, and you'll get instant access to all the chords that I go over in this video. It's a great reference to go back and check, or even to go along in this video. I highly recommend you do it. So in this video, you're going to learn two different categories of chords and 5 chord types. So the chord types are diminished 7, minor 7 flat 5, minor 7, dominant 7, and major 7. Those are the chord types. And then we're going to learn the chords with the root on the 6th string and on the 5th string. So what does that mean? The root is the letter name. So if I say the root of a chord is G, it's some type of G chord. Or if I say G major 7, the root is G. That's the letter name. Okay. So the root 6 means the G is on the low E string, whereas root 5 would mean the G is on the A string or the 5th string. Okay. So let's get into the chord shapes. First, we're going to learn the root 6 shapes. So let's do G. We're going to be on the 3rd fret for all of these, okay? And we have the, so that's a given. I'm just going to leave that there. The 3rd fret on the low E string is going to be in every single chord. So let's start with the crunchiest and kind of darkest of the family, is the diminished 7th chord. So again, the 3 on the low E string is a given. So then it's going to be 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the B string, and 2nd fret on the B string. And you're going to make sure that the high E and the A string are muted through all of these chords. Okay, now this chord on its own is kind of gross and kind of crunchy. This chord is used as a transition chord to go elsewhere. You could use it to finish an idea because it builds a lot of tension, or you can use it as a transition chord to go to another key. So it's a beautiful chord when used in the right context. The next chord is minor 7 flat 5. So the B string is going to be the 2nd fret, and then on the G and D strings, it's going to be the 3rd fret. And then again, high E and A are muted, G on the low E string. Now this chord can be used as either the 2 chord in a minor key or the 7 chord in a major key. So what that means is that if I'm on G, that's the 2 of the key of F, or the 7 of the key of A flat. So this chord can be used to go up to A flat major, or down to F minor. Okay, those are rough music theory. You can use it however you want, but in music theory, that's typically how it works. Okay, the next 3 chords are great because you can use them as an intermediate player in tons of contexts. So a minor 7th chord can replace any minor chord in a song that you know. So if you're humming along a song and it's got an A minor, replace it with an A minor 7. You're humming along and it's got an E minor, replace it with an E minor 7. This is just a movable shape for it. It's going to be 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret on the B, G, D, and low E strings. You can use all 4 fingers, or you can do what I do, where I just bar with a ring and then hook the middle finger over to the low E. Okay, the next chord is a G7 or a G dominant 7. Now this is a great blues and funk chord, and it can be used as a replacement for major chords sometimes. Okay, so there's music theory reasons for it, but the next 2 chords are types of major chords. So if you don't like the sound of one, try the other. All right, I'm not going to go into all the theory and why these work in certain contexts, but just know that a major chord can be replaced with a dominant 7th chord or the next one. So 3rd fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret on the B, G, and D, and then 3rd fret on the low E string. This is great for blues. You can use a minor pentatonic solo. Okay, and then the last one's G major 7, so it's going to be 3rd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. This is a really dreamy, beautiful, kind of bluesy neo-soul chord, and this is used typically as the 1 chord or the 4 chord in the key. So let's say that you had a chord progression that went G to C. That would be the 1 chord and 4 chord in the key of G. Well, you could instead replace them with a G major 7 and a C major 7. Notice what I did there was I just moved from the G note on the 3rd fret up to the C note on the 8th fret, but I kept the same chord shape. Okay, so there's our 5 root 6 chords. Let's go over the 5 root 5 chords. And again, if you want these chord shapes, just click the link in the description, enter your email on the next page, and you can get the download for free. Okay, so C, let's do the C on the 3rd fret. Now all of these chords are going to be just the middle 4 strings, so no low E, no high E. Let's do it again in the same order: diminished, minor 7 flat 5, minor 7, etc. I won't go over the theory. Here we go. 3rd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the B. Beautiful chord. Great to go to another chord with that. Okay, so the next chord is the minor 7 flat 5. Just take the note on the 2nd fret and move it up to the 3rd fret. The other 2 fingers stay the same, so I got 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, good. Minor 7, the 4th fret on the D string is just going to move up to the 5th fret. Okay, dominant 7, the 4th fret on the B string is just going to move up to the 5th fret on the B string. This is our C7. And then for the last chord, the 3rd fret on the G is going to move up to the 4th fret on the G. And that's it. Those are your 5 chords. So 5 chord types, 2 different sets of strings, 10 shapes total. If you know the notes on the low E string and the A string, you've got 5 chord types on 2 different sets of strings, so 10 shapes, times 12 times 12, so times 24. That's 200 and something 40 chords. Not bad, right? So here's the real advantage of learning your chords, is that when you learn how to use the shapes and combine it with your note knowledge, it multiplies. You have a ton of new shapes that you can play. So I highly recommend you do it. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Josh Beatley with the Guitar Player School. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, leave a like, leave a comment, ask any questions. And if you haven't already, download the free download in the link below. All right, rock on.